Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about division of rational algebraic expressions. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I will give you 5 examples class for you to really understand this one, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Alright, so let me just erase number 4 and then number 5 class because we need to explain this one class step by step. Alright, so let me just erase number 4 and then number 5. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. Now, just remember class in dividing fractions, dividing basic fractions class, if I will say 1 over 2, divide 1 over 5. What would be your answer class? Can we divide the fractions directly? Nope, you can never divide the fractions directly. Because the rules class in dividing fractions, you need to get the reciprocal of the divisor, then you proceed to multiplication. Once again class, this is the dividend. This one right here on the left side, this will be your dividend. And this one right here on the right side, this will be your divisor. So this is the dividend and this will be the divisor. So to divide the fractions class, you need to get the reciprocal of the divisor. And then the operation class, you proceed to multiplication. Simply copy your dividend, copy 1/2. Then instead of dividing class, you proceed to multiplication, multiply. And then simply get the reciprocal of the divisor, this 1 over 5. To get the reciprocal, this 1 will be the denominator. Simply rotate this one class. This 1 will be the denominator. And then this 5 will be the numerator. That's how you get class the reciprocal. Simply flip this one or simply rotate. This 1 will be the denominator. And then this 5 will be the numerator. So therefore, this will be 1 over 2. Instead of division, we proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal, this 1 over 5, it will become 5 over 1. And then simply multiply this one, multiply the numerators, 1 times 5, that would be 5. Multiply the denominators, 2 times 1, that would be 2. That's it class, that's the answer class if you're dividing 1/2 and 1 over 5. 1/2 divided by 1 over 5, the answer class, that would be 5 over 2. That's it class, that's the answer class with regards to that example. Let's have another example class. If I will say, another example class. If I will say 3 over 5 divide 4 over 5. Can we divide the fractions directly? Nope, you can never divide the fractions directly class. You're not allowed to divide the fractions directly. You need to get the reciprocal of the divisor. Then you proceed to multiplication. So copy your dividend, copy this one, 3 over 5. And then proceed to multiplication, multiplied by. Get the reciprocal, this 4 over 5. Simply get the reciprocal. This 5 will become the numerator. And then this 4 will become the denominator. That will be 5 over 4. And then instead of division, we proceed to multiplication. And then simply multiply this one. So once again, class, you're already done in multiplying algebraic expressions, so we can cancel 5 and 5. Same numerator and then denominator, we can just simply cancel this out. Once again, class, in multiplication of fractions, if you have the same numerator and then denominator, you can just simply cancel this out. You will have the same answer class anyways. So let's have 2 solutions class. What if we don't cancel this one? If we multiply 3 times 5, that would be 15. 5 times 4, that would be 20, right? Now, can we reduce? Because if you can reduce the fraction class, it is mandatory class in fractions, you always reduce the fraction to its lowest term. Can we reduce class 15 and 20? Yup. We can divide this one by 5, right? 15 divided by 5, that would be 3. 20 divided by 5, that would be 4. Therefore, class, the answer class is 3 over 4. Once again, class, if you can reduce the fraction, you always reduce the fraction class to its lowest term. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5, that will be 4. So therefore, the answer is 3/4. Now, other solution class. Once again, class, the answer is 3/4. Now, once again, class, in multiplication, if the numerator and then denominators are the same, you can just simply cancel this out. Same 5, numerator and the denominator, simply cancel this out. And the remaining, that would be 3 and 4. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5, that would be equal to 1. So simply multiply 3 times 1, that will be 3. 1 times 4, that will be 4. You will have the same answer class. So once again class, in multiplication class, if the numerator and then denominator are the same, So numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator, you can have crisscross, that's okay. Numerator, denominator, as long as it is numerator and then denominator. It must be numerator over denominator. Numerator, denominator, if they are the same, you can always cancel that out, class. So 5 and 5, we can cancel this out. And the remaining, that would be 3 and 4. Or we can multiply 3 times 1 is 3, and then 1 times 4, that would be equal to 4. You will have the same answer, class. Alright, so let's start with example number 1, class, for you to really understand this one, class. Let's proceed with example number 1. Alright, so example number 1, our given, we have 4n over n minus 6, divide 4n over 8n minus 48. So let me just copy that one, class. We have 4n over n minus 6, divide 4n over 8n minus 48. Once again, class, if we're dividing this one, we need to get the reciprocal of the divisor, then we proceed to multiplication. So this will be 4n over n minus 6, simply copy this one, and then proceed to multiplication, get the reciprocal, simply rotate this one. This 8n minus 48, it will become on the numerator, so it will be your numerator, 8n minus 48, and this 4n will become the denominator. Copy 4n. Alright, so once again, simply rotate this one, get the reciprocal. So simply rotate this one and then proceed to multiplication. Alright, so do we have the same numerator and then denominator? Yup, same numerator and then denominator. We can just simply cancel it out. And the remaining will be 8n minus 48 over n minus 6. Once again, class, we can put 1 here, that's okay. 4n divided by 4n, that would be 1. 4n divided by 4n, that would be 1. And then 1 times 8n minus 48, simply copy 8n minus 48. And then n minus 6 times 1, simply copy n minus 6. Now, can we factor this out, class? 8n and then 48. Can we factor this out? With regards to the number, class, 8 and then 48. Yup, we can factor this out by 8. For the letter, class, we cannot factor out n because this 48 doesn't contain any letter. So we can only factor out the number, that would be 8. Alright, and then simply divide this one, 8n divided by 8, that would be n. Once again, class, 8n divided by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. Simply copy n. That would be 1n or n. Alright, so 1n or n. And then this one, negative 48 divided by 8, that would be negative 6. Once again, class, divide this one, 8n divided by 8, that would be n. So negative 48 divided by 8, that would be negative 6. Unlike signs, if you're dividing, the answer is always negative. So negative 48 divided by 8, that would be negative 6. So you can always double check your answer, class, by distributive property. Simply multiply this one. 8 times n, that would be 8n. And then 8 times negative 6, that would be negative 48. Yup, we factor it out correctly. Alright, and then copy this one, n minus 6. Do we have the same numerator and then denominator? Yup, we have the same numerator and then denominator. We can just simply cancel this out. Alright, so therefore, class, our final answer will be equal to 8. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Our answer, class, that would be 8. So this is equal to 8. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so example number 2, our given, we have x squared minus 8x plus 7 over x squared minus 4. And then simply rotate this one. So this division, we proceed to multiplication, multiplied by, and then simply rotate this one. This will be our numerator, x squared plus 2x minus 8 over x squared plus x minus 2. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. We simply rotate this one, class. Once again, class, we simply rotate this one, the divisor, then we proceed to multiplication. Okay, I hope you're not confused, class. Simply copy this one, copy the dividend, copy this one, x squared minus 8x plus 7, and then copy x squared minus 4, and then we proceed to multiplication. Instead of division, we proceed to multiplication, and then simply rotate this one. Simply flip this one. This numerator will become the denominator. Yup. X squared plus x minus 2. And then this denominator will become the numerator. We have x squared plus 2x minus 8. Alright, and then simply factor this out. So x squared minus 8x plus 7, simply factor this out. Okay, you find two numbers, class. So let me just copy this one. X squared minus 8x plus 7. You find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 7. When you combine the two numbers, you will get negative 8. What are the factors of 7? That's correct. The factors of 7, that would be 1 and 7. There's no other number, class, that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 7. That's only 1 and 7. Now, since this is negative 8, the numbers, class, it should be negative 1 and then negative 7. Question, why is that, sir? Because if you combine negative 1 combined with negative 7, okay, negative 1 plus negative 7, if you combine this one, this will be negative 8. Negative 1 plus negative 7, same sign, simply copy the sign, simply add the numbers. So negative 1 plus negative 7, the answer is negative 8. If you multiply negative 1 times negative 7, negative times negative is positive. 1 times 7, that would be 7. So therefore, class, the factors of x squared minus 8x plus 7, that would be negative 1 and then negative 7. So you put 2 parentheses, you put 2x, and then copy negative 1 and then negative 7. Once again, class, we do have many examples, class, in factoring quadratic polynomials. I will just put the link, class, in the description down below on how to factor this out, class. This is very easy, class, if you really understand how to factor this out, class. So feel free to see the video, class. I will just put the link on the description down below. We do have many examples, class. Alright, so this is the factor of x squared minus 8x plus 7. That would be x minus 1 and then x minus 7. If you apply, class, the FOIL method, class, I'm sure, class, you will have this answer. Alright, and then this one, the difference of two squares. X squared minus 4. So you put 2 parentheses. To get the factors of x squared minus 4, simply put 2 parentheses and then simply get the square root of the first term, the square root of x squared, that would be x. So you put 2x. Simply get the square root of the last term, the square root of 4, that would be 2. So you put 2 2's and then put plus and then minus sign. So once again, class, difference of two squares, get the square root of the first term, the square root of x squared, that would be x. The square root of 4, that would be 2. And then you put plus sign and then minus sign. If you apply, class, the FOIL method, class, I'm sure, class, you will have this answer. We call this one, class, the difference of two squares. Alright, and then multiplied by, so this one, get the factor with this one, x squared plus 2x minus 8. So you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get negative 8. If you combine, you will get positive 2. So what are the factors of 8? We have 1 times 8 and then 4 times 2. Now, since this is negative 8, therefore, class, one number should be negative. Because negative times positive, that would be negative. Unlike signs, if you're multiplying, the answer, class, it's always negative. So we will not be selecting 1 and 8. Because if we combine 1 plus 8, that would be 9. If we subtract 8 minus 1, that would be 7. It is impossible, class, that we can get 2. Okay, so therefore, we will not be selecting this one. How about 4 and 2? If we combine 4 plus 2, that would be 6. If we subtract 4 minus 2, that would be 2. So therefore, we'll be selecting 4 and 2. Now, since this is negative 8, class, therefore, class, one number should be negative. Because negative times positive, that would be negative. Now, if we will be selecting negative 4 combined with positive 2, can we get positive 2? Nope, we cannot get positive 2 because negative combined with... Can we get negative 2, positive 2? Nope, we cannot get positive 2. Because if this is unlike signs, you subtract 4 minus 2 is 2. Now 4 is greater than 2. We copy the sign of 4. That would be negative 2. Negative 4 plus 2, the answer is negative 2. We need to have positive 2. So therefore, what if we interchange the sign? We have positive 4 and then negative 2. Can we get positive 2? Positive 4 combined with negative 2. Can we get positive 2? Yup, we can get positive 2. Because 4 is greater than 2, we copy the sign of 4. 4 minus 2, that would be positive 2. 4 is greater than 2, we copy the sign of 4. That would be positive 2. If we multiply 4 times negative 2, can we get negative 8? Yup, we can get negative 8. So therefore, class, the factors with regards to this one, that would be this one, x plus 4, and then x minus 2. Alright, and then this one on the bottom part. So we have x squared plus x minus 2. So factors of 2. So that's only 1 and 2. Now since this is negative 2, one number should be negative. If we select negative 1 times 2, can we get negative 2? Negative 1 times 2. Yep, we can get negative 2. If we combine negative 1 combined with positive 2, can we get positive 1? So understood that there's 1 here. Can we get positive 1 plus negative 1 combined with positive 2? Yup, we can get positive 1. Why is that, sir? If they don't have the same sign, subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now 2 is greater than 1. We copy the sign of 2. That would be positive 1. So therefore, the factors, it should be negative 1 and then positive 2. Because if we multiply negative 1 times 2, that would be negative 2. If we combine negative 1 combined with positive 2, we will get positive 1. Okay, so we will get the middle number, that would be positive 1. So the factors, we have x minus 1 and then x plus 2. Alright, close parenthesis. Alright, so almost done, class. So can we cancel this out? So same numerator and then denominator. Once again, class, if they have the same numerator and then denominator, you can always cancel that out, class. Once again, class, it should be numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator. So same, x minus 1 and then x minus 1, we can cancel this out. Alright, so this one, x minus 2 and then x minus 2, we can cancel this out. So x minus 2 and then x minus 2, we can just simply cancel this out. Alright, so how about this one, class? Can we cancel out x plus 2 and then x plus 2? Can we cancel that out? Nope, we can never cancel that out, class. Question, why is that, sir? Because this is denominator, this is denominator. It must be numerator and then denominator. Alright, so therefore, our final answer, simply copy this one. X minus 7 multiplied by x plus 4, simply copy. X minus 7 and then x plus 4 over... So x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 2, simply copy x plus 2 and then x plus 2. Once again, class, you can never cancel this out, class, because these are both denominator. It must be numerator and then denominator. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. So let me just write the answer here. So our answer with regards to example number 2. So let me just write the answer here. We don't have enough space, class. Number 2. The answer, we have x minus 7 and then x plus 4 over x plus 2 and then x plus 2. Alright, so let's have example number 3. Alright, so example number 3. So let me just copy this one. We have 2n plus 2 over n plus 1, and then we proceed to multiplication. We don't have enough space, class, so let me just answer it right away. We proceed to multiplication and then simply rotate this one. So this n minus 6 will be the numerator, so n minus 6, and then this 2 will be the denominator, over 2. Alright, so can we factor this out? 2n plus 2? Yup, we can factor this out by 2, right? Okay, once again, 2n plus 2, we can factor this out by 2. So 2n divided by 2, once again, plus 2n plus 2, we can factor this out by 2. Because we can divide 2 by 2, we can also divide 2 by 2. For the variable, class, we cannot factor out the variable because this 2 doesn't contain any letter. So we can only factor out the number. That would be 2. Alright, and then simply divide this one. 2n divided by 2. So 2n divided by 2. So cancel this out, that would be equal to n. So this is n. Alright, and then 2 divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2, that would be equal to 1. So that would be positive 1. Once again, class, you can always double check your answer, class, by distributive property. So distribute this one, 2 times n, that would be 2n. And then 2 times positive 1, that would be positive 2. Do we have the same answer? Yup, we have the same answer. So therefore, we factor it out correctly. Alright, and then copy the denominator, n plus 1 multiplied by n minus 6 over 2. So do we have the same numerator and then denominator? Yup, we have the same numerator and then denominator. N plus 1, cancel this out. Once again, class, it must be numerator and then denominator. Cancel this out. Alright, yep, we have the same too. Numerator and then denominator. Cancel this out. And the remaining, that would be n minus 6. So therefore, class, the final answer with regards to example number 3, that would be n minus 6. That's it, class. All set. All set, class, with regards to example number 3. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4 and then number 5. Alright, so we're down to the last example, class. Example number 4 and then number 5. Now, how about you try this one, class, answering number 5, and then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So for number 5, class, I will give you a clue. So you find the factors of this one, class. You think of two numbers, class, that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 1. When you combine the two numbers, you will get negative 2. Of course, the numbers, class, it should be negative 1 and then negative 1, right? Because if you multiply negative 1 times negative 1, you will get positive 1. If you combine negative 1 combined with negative 1, you will get negative 2. So those are the factors, class. And then this one, class, 7x minus 7, you factor this out by 7. So once again, class, you try number 5 and then you put your answer on the comments section down below. Alright, so let's proceed to number 4. Copy the dividend y plus 3 over y plus 2. Now, instead of division, we proceed to multiplication. And then simply rotate this one. This numerator will become the denominator. And then this denominator will become the numerator. So this will be, this denominator will become the numerator, 8y cubed plus 16y squared. And then this 8y squared, it will become the denominator, 8y squared. Alright, so copy the dividend, y plus 3 over y plus 2. So y plus 2 multiplied by, so y plus 2 multiplied by, so can we factor this out, class? 8y cubed plus 16y squared. Can we factor out 8 and 16? Yup, we can factor out 8 and 16. What would be the greatest common factor, class, of 8 and 16? That's correct. That would be 8, right? We can divide 8 by 8. We can also divide 16 by 8. So the GCF of 8 and 16, that would be 8. And then for the variable y cubed and then y squared, select the variable with the least exponent. So we'll be selecting y squared. Alright, and then simply divide this one. 8y cubed divided by 8y squared. So 8y cubed divide 8y squared. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. Y cubed divided by y squared, simply subtract the exponent. So copy y, copy the base, subtract the exponent, 3 minus 2, that would be equal to 1. So 1y raised to the power of 1, or this is the same with y. Once again, class, 1y raised to the power of 1 is just the same with y. Understood that there's 1 here and then exponent of 1. So 1y raised to the power of 1 is just the same with y. So 8y cubed divided by 8y squared, the answer is y. Alright, and then simply divide this one. 16y squared divided by 8y squared. So 16y squared divide 8y squared. 16 divided by 8, that would be 2. Y squared divided by y squared, simply cancel. Same letter and then same exponent, cancel. So that would be positive 2. Alright, so once again, class, you can always double check your answer, class, by distributive property. You multiply this one. 8 times 8y squared times y, that would be 8y cubed. And then 8y squared times 2. So 8 times 2, that would be positive 16. Copy y squared. Yup, we factor it out correctly. So this is the correct factor. 8y squared and then y plus 2. Alright, and then simply copy the denominator, 8y squared. Almost done, class. So do we have the same numerator and then denominator? Yup. We have the same numerator and then denominator. Same numerator and then denominator. Cancel this out. Same numerator and then denominator. Cancel this out. And the remaining, that would be y plus 3. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 4. All set. So once again, class, do not forget, class, to answer number 5. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.